Steven Adams. I should have recruited that
guy.
I'm gonna go. What am I doing? My name is Kaylee Smiler. I was born and raised in Hamilton, New Zealand. Been playing basketball my entire life. I was recruited from a coach. He's not at BYU anymore, but he recruited me. His name was Ray Stewart. He connected me with old BYU alumni who were from New Zealand. So I reached out to them and they reached out to him. They saw my highlight video and they offered me a full-ride scholarship once I had my official visit.
Kia ora, my name is Arielle Mackey-Williams. I was born in New Zealand. I grew up in Australia. In my high school senior year, I came back to New Zealand. Basketball's been one of the top sports in my family. When I was about, I think, 12 or 13, I started playing basketball. And I also was recruited by Coach Ray, same as Kaylee. I got offered, I accepted it, and so I came to BYU.
Who handed you your first basketball and why do you love basketball?
I would say my mum. She played basketball growing up, so my mum showed me the way of playing basketball. I love playing basketball because I always enjoyed watching and playing, and there's a lot more freedom. Also, I loved the friendships, so I have some of my good friends I've made through playing basketball.
I think my dad handed me my first basketball. Basketball was definitely a family thing. All my cousins play it, all my friends play it. I grew up on one of those streets where there was 5 outdoor basketball hoops down the cul-de-sac down the street. It was just what everyone in the neighborhood did and wanted to do. And so I wanted to be a part of that. As I got older, I grew my own love for the game because, same as Ari, the relationships that you make with the people that you have on court, and it teaches you a whole lot of life lessons as well. So, overcoming failure and working hard, communicating and teamwork and all those things, it just teaches you lots of good life.
What are you most excited about 2023?
This season coming up, we have a whole lot of new players and new coaches. And when that normally happens, you run into tough situations. And it's been awesome seeing us progress so quickly because we haven't had that time together. So I love seeing my team working together and slowly gaining chemistry and succeeding. I'm excited to head to the tournament that we have in Vegas for our conference. And then hopefully it'll take us into March Madness. That'll be awesome. Once the season ends, coming home and playing hoops back in New Zealand, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely the same with Kaylee on what she said with our team and even going back home. And I also think just this year for me, it's been a lot of growth and opportunity in terms of more game time. Obviously for me as a freshman last year coming in, kind of just watch and learn from the older players. But now this year I feel for me, I'm playing a lot more, I would say. That's what I'm being excited about.
What is something new that you recently tried or experienced and enjoyed?
We live in Utah right now and the winter's here, it snows heavily, and we both lived in Hamilton our whole lives where it doesn't snow at all.
Zero.
Not at all. So it's really cold out here, and something that I've tried for the first time was snowboarding. And it was rough at the start, but man, it's fun. I've enjoyed it. It's always good to try new things and branch out.
I would say for me, I've started actually getting into reading a lot. I definitely would say I've started getting into reading. It's been fun.
Knowing what you know now, what are some of the advice would you give it to your younger self?
My first thought would be that failure is necessary for growth. That's what I would tell myself. No one likes to lose games or, be upset or miss a shot, get beat on defense. But it has to happen for you to learn and for me to think, okay, next time I can be better. So if I could tell my younger self back then, be don't get too upset. Failure happens. Even the greatest of the greats have failed multiple times. It's all about the next steps after you fail.
My advice I would give to my younger self would be just to enjoy the process and to enjoy the journey. I think I'd tell myself, especially in times, where I may have struggled, enjoy the process and just learn from it, I would say.
What do you guys miss the most back home?
I miss the meat pies and the tip-top ice cream and
Coffee foams.
We could go on.
Look at us.
We could go on for a hot minute about that. I also miss the warm weather. We're in different hemispheres right now. So, when we're here, it's freezing in winter and we see our friends back home, going to the beach in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I miss the warmth in the sun.
Yeah. I'd also say too, just being with family, because we're both quite family people orientated, and especially with me being the youngest and having older siblings who have kids, it's kind of been like sad a little bit, like not watching like my nephews and nieces grow up because I'm really close to them.
If you could choose another path in life other than basketball, what would that be?
I love dancing. I could definitely see myself going into like hip hop competitions, or even if I knew about it earlier, BYU has like a Cougarettes team, and they go, to dance hip hop nationals every time. If I was gonna stay, not that I'm skilled
Royal
enough,
family,
but Royal Family, man, Royal
Shout out.
Family dance crew, they are so good. Yep. If I could go any other way in life, it'd be dance. What about you?
Probably. I don't know, I used to play netball growing up and I kind of had to choose between the two, so I feel like I'd go down like the netball pathway.
If you can choose any 5 players to enter a basketball tournament with you, which 5 players would you choose?
That's tough.
I know, I'm trying to think this.
It's just like a competition, like if I draft someone, she can't choose the other person. Jordan and Curry. My two,
Okay.
that's mine.
My first 2, I'm gonna pick Kobe and Shaq.
Okay, and now I need a big. Steph, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Luka, and Dennis Rodman. Gotta have that good rebound role play,
Okay, so I have Kobe, Shaq. We're gonna go Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go Kyrie actually. So I have Kyrie, Kobe, KD. Just need a 4. I got Shaq at the 5. I'm gonna go
Steven Adams. I should have
Wait,
recruited that guy.
I'm gonna go.
What am I doing?
I'm gonna go Piero Cameron as the 4.
Shout out
Piero
Cameron.
So I'm gonna go. Okay, so my 5.
Sorry, Steven. Should have.
My 5: Kyrie, Kobe, KD, Piero, and Shaq.
There you go.
Shout out to my family. Love you guys.
Yeah, for all my friends and family overseas or in New Zealand, Australia, Utah, love you, appreciate you.
I want to give a shout out to Kiwi Hoopers.
Shout out to Kiwi Hoopers.